Hey there, little kids, boys and girls. You look a little lost. Mom and dad around? My name's Bill, and I'm a very nice man. Did you guys want to see my van? I've got lots of candy in here, and it's all free. Can't beat free candy. I got all kinds. Chips, pop, licorice, cotton candy, ice cream, Swedish berries, Kit Kat, caramel apples, helium balloons even. Come on in to my van. I'm a very nice man. My name is Bill.
Ta-da! Ta-da! It's me. You know, me. Don't you guys feel sorry for me that every single day I've got to transform myself from Bill to Michelle? I am the proud new owner of a van, but before I get into the van, the details of the van, why I'm owning a van, a molester van, I wanted to give you a quick little few updates on some things, so let's quickly go to the gate. So many of you know, if you watched the video where I made these gates, I had no way to make a latch. I didn't want to buy a latch. And I just looked into the basement and found this piece of dowel on the floor and some, I guess it's conduit, electrical conduit or something like that. Little like clamp things. And that's what I put on there. And to be honest, it's been really good. What I just did was added a third one. So you can just slide it like that. Except it just hits this wiring. I just go like that. Stays there and like that. And honestly, it's held up good and it works for now. I do think I have a lead on a gate scenario. It's not official yet, so I'm not going to say anything. But if I could make it happen, it's going to be such a steal of a deal. So we'll see. That's coming up in the next couple days. So these might not be up as long as I originally thought. Next, windy. My little China machine, you guys, I've just had non-stop problems with it. It stopped working again. It would intermittently start, delayed start, and then no starting at all. So I put the voltmeter on the battery and it said 12 volts. So I thought maybe it's the starter. I didn't really know how to diagnose that. Steve isn't home right now. He's been gone for a week and a half. So I was like, oh, I don't know how to figure this out. So I got that same guy that helped me with it before to come and determined that it is the battery, even though I was getting 12 volts. Sometimes he said one cell can break and then it just wouldn't work. So it does just need a new battery, but still non-stop problems with that little thing. Hopefully this is the end of it. Next. Okay, come here, Dolly. I mean, Cujo. Are you Cujo? This girl has been a bit of a problem. I mentioned before about her being a bit of whatever. She'd gotten in a couple fights with Norton, which weren't entirely her fault, but nonetheless, she seems to have had a beef with Norton since then. Then she attacked Luna in the house. And Luna is her friend. Luna is the one that she plays with all the time. And I couldn't figure it out. She just, out of the blue, started attacking her in the house. And then I think she realized after about 10 seconds that it was Luna. And she backed away at the same time I was correcting her to get her off of Luna. And she backed away. And I think then she realized that it was Luna and not Norton. I think she thought that it was Norton and she was going after Norton. So that happened. That was kind of scary. That almost I thought was going to damage her relationship with Luna permanently because Luna was terrified of her for a day and a half. And then a week later, it's like every week she just makes a mistake. And then a week later, she went at Leroy. And I had told myself, if she goes after Leroy, I'm going to lose it on her because Leroy is the nicest, gentlest, sweetest dog who wouldn't defend himself and couldn't defend himself. He has no incisors. He hardly has any teeth. And, she didn't, hurt him. There was just slobber on his neck. But still, nonetheless, I pretty much lost it on her. And she's been a struggle. Other than her great recall, outside she's good. It's in the house. She's had every single incident is in the house. So just been clamping down on her structure in the house. Yeah, not allowed on furniture now. All of our dogs have been allowed on furniture and there's never been a problem. Just trying to work on her stuff. She's like a puppy mentally and emotionally, but in this full-grown dog body. So, I think she's just gotten away with behaviors for her whole life and never had anyone tell her that she's not allowed to be like that. And she was never really an inside dog. So it's a bit of a struggle for her. And for me, it's like a full-time job trying to get her to figure herself out. But we're getting there. Her biggest issue is resource guarding, like with food. She's got very severe food aggression. And I've thus far been feeding her separately from everyone and got her to the point where I can get her to back away from her food when I ask her to, which is a huge deal. That means that she sees me as the pack leader, but she wouldn't do that before. But now that I've got her doing that, I'm trying to get her to be feeding with the rest of the dogs in the kitchen so that she can get with the program. And I just started that a few days ago. I tie her up to the post, and yeah, it's not going the greatest. She just growls a lot. She just growls and okay. You can't growl, Dolly. How long is this going to take? There's no growling. See, she's like trying, and then she does this rollover thing. Okay, just come on, up you get. You cannot growl for your food. All you have to do is sit there. No growling. See, she doesn't know how to control herself. Just asking you to not growl. Come on. Sit. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get there. There was about a week that I was like, I don't know if I can keep her. How can I keep a dog that's attacking my very nice dogs in their own house? So I've had to really become so much more of this firm pack leader because of her, which, the other dogs have just come in, and I do the same thing with every dog. They never question their place in the pack, but she questions her place in the pack big time. In the end, she's going to be great because I'm going to make her great, but it has been a struggle. We'll get there, hey? I always say, I tell her I'm Team Dolly. Like last night I had her on her back. She was rolling on her back and totally submissive. And then I go to put her to bed in her crate and she's growling at me. Like, dude, we do this every single night. Same thing. You go in your crate, I close it. Yeah, she's just super insecure. Another thing too is, interestingly, I thought I would share, some people, I'd taken her to town to walk her around town to socialize her. She was never socialized, so she's petrified. She's in total flight mode if I take her to town. So I'm just trying to get her exposed to things. But someone had come up to me and they're like, oh, she doesn't look like a purebred bloodhound. She doesn't have as many wrinkles on her face. And someone else had mentioned that to me too. But she's actually had surgery. She has scars above her eyes. So she's had the skin folds removed from above her eyes. For some reason, they maybe were inhibiting her vision. But yeah, she's got scars. So that's why she doesn't have as wrinkly of a face. Anyway, she tries. She's trying to be a good girl for the most part. She does listen when I you know, am telling her to do something, she's vexed. She's a vexed soul. We'll get there. We'll get there. But she's a good girl. She just needs direction. She needs to unlearn her behaviors that she's had her whole life, her ways of surviving, and relearning the new ones that are required in order to live with us.
Happy birthday to
All right. Yes. I am now the proud owner of a 2013 Ford E350 van. For the last at least couple of months, and especially since I got Dolly, I have really been thinking about getting a second vehicle that is kind of a designated dog mobile, trying to fit, like, for a couple of reasons. One is that trying to fit 5 large dogs and 2 people into one truck is tight. I don't want there to be a fight in a vehicle. So that's one reason. And then the other reason is that our trucks just get trashed from the dogs. Like if we go take them mountain biking, and then you put them in your truck afterwards, like it's just a disaster. And you have to just clean your truck all the time. And Steve actually just sold his truck and he has a new truck coming his way. So we both have mine isn't brand new, but it's newer, and just don't want to constantly have our trucks trashed with dog mud and dirt and fur, and I have Dolly slobber all over my truck. It's inevitable sometimes, but if we can kind of have something that's just designated for the dogs, that would be super. So that is why I bought this van in particular. Now, I'd looked at vans online for some time, and there are lots of cargo vans out there, like ones that are trades workers vans, where it's just an open cargo space at the back. And I looked at one and I just about bought that one. But then I had my eye on this one as well. This was about a 4.5-hour drive away. I thought, you know what, like the primary reason for this is a dog mobile. And if I get a cargo van, I'm gonna have to build it out. And that's gonna be more, my focus is gonna end up being more on like a camper van kind of thing. And that's not the priority. The priority is a dog mobile. So when this one presented itself to me, I kind of had to go look at it because it was used as a dealership shuttle van. So it came with these 3 rows of seats to be put in if I wanted them to, and the inside is finished. It has a backup camera. It has rear air conditioning and rear heat. And it was the nicest looking one out of a lot of the ones that I had been looking at. You know, the downside, the biggest downside was this has like 311,000 kilometers. Actually, a lot of them have a lot of kilometers, but I was hoping to get something with less. But they're all around the 250,000 kilometer or more mark. So this was like, of course, I'm putting this in a budget. So I didn't want to spend a ton of money because this is a second vehicle. Ideally, I would have liked to have had a 4-wheel drive van so that I could use it in the wintertime. But then again, like that's so much more money off the hop, and then more maintenance for 4-wheel drive vehicles. So I went and looked at this. My friend Dale took me, and I thought, you know what, if it's good, I may as well bring it home. It sounds good, it runs nice. I'm pretty stoked about it. I've had it for just a few days, 4 or 5 days, something like that. Although I'm primarily gonna leave a lot of it, I think, like the inside work, right? All the paneling, I may as well just leave all of that. I would like to get rid of the carpet and put in a more dog-friendly flooring. I'm also unsure of the seat arrangement, how I want to put the seats in, how many of them do I want to use, how many rows, because the second thing that I will use this for is to go camping in. I kind of think at this point, I've been humming and hawing about it. I think what I'm going to do is just install the seats as is, leave the carpet for now, put the seats in, and just drive it around and let it declare itself to me in time what I want to do. One of the things that I'm going to find tricky is putting flooring in and then keeping the bolts or the nuts exposed in the flooring for the seats to come in and out. So adding a layer of flooring might just make that a little bit more challenging. Yeah, I also anticipate having a few doggy trip, doggy camping, mobile, van life adventure videos, maybe 1 or 2 this year. something like that. That is pretty much gonna sum it up. Actually, let me open the back for you guys. Whoa, okay, that's UTV is in the way. Oh, the other really great thing about it is that it has a hitch already. That was another thing. One of the other vans I looked at didn't have anything. You know, I would have had to have added windows. I would have had to have added everything, like insulation, sound barrier stuff, build in some sort of seats for the dogs. None of those cargo style vans have rear air conditioning or rear heat typically. So this one was kind of out of the package, the best suited van for a dog mobile. It also has an auxiliary battery. The guy put in a battery, so the 12, like the cigarette lighter thing has its own separate battery from the rest of the van, because I think he had a fridge hooked up to it. That's it. The proud owner of a molester van. So that's really it for this video, because I'm actually working on a build, but it's not ready, and I want it to be a start to finish all-in-one video build, and I just need a little bit more time, a few more days to do that. I'm 6 weeks post-op now with my hip, so I have to be very cautious, because I'll let you in on a little secret. Don't tell anyone, but I'm not supposed to work for 6 months. That's what I was told by my surgeon. It's all about, you know, how do you find a way to break the rules without breaking the rules and wrecking your hip. So I can do things, I can do this, I just have to be very careful about it. That's it for this week's video, and I'll see you guys in next week's video for a build.
Okay. Bill is my name. I'm a very nice man. There's one hell of a good makeup job. Hell of a good makeup job. If I do say so myself.